live from the YouTubes. It's Sunday, and we all know what that means. It is time for another live stream this week. Some really good things to talk about. If we do get into it a bit later on in the show, we had the Dune trailer this week. Some sad news with Wonder Woman, if you guys tuned into that stream on Friday. But we have some people in the chat room. What is going on, everybody? Hey, how are you? How you doing today? I'm pretty good. I'm excited because football's back. I'm in 4 fantasy football leagues, which is why this live stream is now 11 a.m. So I'll be watching those when those come on. Like your intro, thank you so much. It's nice to see some people tuning in. Are you going to watch the NFL football today? Yes, I am, because I'm rooting for certain players. I have DJ Moore in a lot of leagues. I have some Steelers players, obviously, because I'm a Steelers fan. But it's nice to see you guys tuning in. So, as always, we're going to talk movies, television shows. We're going to take some live questions. If you guys enjoy these videos, I would appreciate it if you would, of course, get in the chat room, leave as many as you want. And then if you want to drop that thumbs up, it helps the video. It gets the channel out there a little bit more. We're on the quest to 70K, obviously, but also to 75K. We're going to do a really cool, fun celebration with some friends, with some special guests when I reach 75K. So I appreciate you guys for all that you do, tuning in, leaving the likes, all of those things. I know I say it all the time. It really does help, and it will help us approach our goal a bit faster, because as soon as we hit that, again, I got something really, really cool planned. If you don't want to, no big deal at all. All right, guys, let's get into it. We do have some super chats, and of course, I do want to acknowledge the super chats, because I had some conversations before it started. Super chats remain on my screen, unless there's a glitch in the system, which there is sometimes. They remain on my screen for a while, so I'm able to see those. Otherwise, I'm going to go through the chat as it comes in, try to get to as many questions as I can, and we're going to talk some fun, hopefully movies and TV shows today. Okay, let's get into it, guys. We'll start with Will Heron, who sends in a super chat. Is there any movie controversy that you thought was justified? Ooh, Will, movie controversy. I mean, I'm sure there have been cases. Off the top of my head, I don't know. I mean, there was the Cuties controversy recently, but I'm just not going to watch the movie. I have no interest in it. So I can't say whether it's worthy or not. I mean, I know I've seen the posters, so but I'm not going to do a review on that. Joker was one that was recent. I don't think that was justified, to be honest, because I watched that movie. I didn't see anything that we haven't seen before in a movie like Taxi Driver, and then we get Birds of Prey, which is just as violent, and nobody said anything about that. So, but I'm sure there are plenty of cases, examples, but off the top of my head, I really can't think of it. What do you guys think in the live chat? Are there any movie controversies that are justified? Very different question, Will. I appreciate that. We have another one. Man, I don't know why, but the Dune trailer looks so much like Lord of the Rings. Oh, I hope it's on that level. It's on that level, Shashak. I really do. I love the trailer, and we'll talk about it here a bit more in about 5-10 minutes. We're going to go through what I loved about the trailer, what I didn't love, just take a little portion of this, of course, but I really did. I thought it was epic. Felt like Game of Thrones, very much so. Had some Lord of the Rings vibes, but again, it's just a very different story, right? It's going to be a bit slower than some people want, but man, y'all saw. I loved that trailer. I really loved it. What are your reactions to the Dune trailer? I really did, guys. I thoroughly enjoyed it. We do have 2 more, and then we'll get into the actual chat room. Ooh, Austin, I need help. Have to write a 1,500-word essay about futuristic technologies in film and the concept of playing God. Oh, my goodness. Futuristic technologies. Well, that's, gosh, okay. I think a good one is Her. If you guys know what I'm talking about. By the way, my Alexa just went off. Did I say Alexa? Sorry. Calm down, sister. It's all good. She's still talking. Her is a good one. Of course, Blade Runner is the obvious. Something like Ghost in the Shell, I think, is a good one, whether you want to go the anime route or the live-action movie route. I think Blade Runner is probably your best example, but in terms of specific technologies, I think Her is cool just because that AI system kind of having a back-and-forth conversation, falling in love with that, I think that would be a really cool one to write about. I'd actually be interested to see what you have to say about it. So that's cool, though. 1,500-word essay. Oof. I do not miss those days. I was helping my wife with an assignment yesterday. She had to do a video pair-up, which I helped her with, and then she had to write an actual essay for it. I'm just like, ugh, Tyler says, favorite classic animated Disney films pre-1970. Wow. I mean, I know it's kind of a lame answer. I really did love Cinderella. I did. I loved Cinderella. Was Jungle Book pre-1970? I feel like that was in the 70s. I was a fan of that, even though I actually really liked the remake, to be honest with you, of Jungle Book. Maybe even just as much as the original. But I really liked the remake. So probably Cinderella, but pre-1970, that's tough. I also really like, I believe Alice in Wonderland is pre-1970. That's a good one. It's trippy, man. It's really trippy, but it's a really good one to dive into if you've never seen it before. All right, let's keep going down, guys. Please tell me what your favorite Ninja Turtle is. Oh, I like this. Probably go Mikey. I think Mikey's just a fun character. I really do. And I'd like to see what route they go down with him in the newer movies, because I feel like there's always kind of the same shtick for him. But I've always found him as the most fun, entertaining turtle, in my opinion. Let's see. Which Spider-Man has the best swinging scenes, in your opinion? Oh, easily Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Easily. I would actually, here's how I would rank the singing, the singing. Spider-Man never sings, except for maybe in the third one. Now dig on this. He says that. I would say Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield Spider-Man number 2, and then Tom Holland's number 3. I don't love what they're doing with the swinging scenes in that movie, even though I love those movies. So I think Garfield's was cool because it was practical, but you got to go Tobey's, man. With the camera kind of panning in and out and zooming, and just the way that it captures those moments, it's so epic. Put the music behind that. I got to go with that. What canceled movie or TV show do you wish hadn't got canceled? American Vandal hurt me really bad. I know Mindhunter isn't canceled, but it's currently on hiatus. That one stinks big time. Movie, interesting. I really wanted to see George Miller's Justice League. I really did. I wanted to see what he was going to do, even though the story itself was like, okay. Some good questions, guys. I did not hit her. I did not. It's so good. I swear to you, my wife and I almost watched The Room this week. We had some free time. It was either The Room or my screener for Enola Holmes, and I went with Enola Holmes. I have seen that movie, by the way. I'll review it next week. But man, I love watching The Room because it's so fun. Let's see, guys. Do you like Ghostbusters? Just kind of moving through these until our next super chat. I think we have one, by the way. Do you like Ghostbusters? Yes, I do. It's a fun, entertaining movie with great characters, a really fun classic job. Classic film where they now I don't know if I love the second one as much as a lot of people, but I do think the first one works extremely well, and I'm really excited for the sequel that was supposed to come out this year. You know, that didn't happen, but I really do enjoy that film. Let's see. Spider-Verse. Yeah, I didn't talk about that. I was mostly focused on the live actions, but Spider-Verse I think has some great swinging scenes. I'd probably put that maybe. Oh gosh. That moment, though, with Miles, I think I'd put that second. But live action wise, I think I would do Tobey, Andrew, Tom Holland. Lost in the Reel says, have you been able to see The Devil All the Time yet? So I have my screener. It's ready. I've been waiting on my wife because I didn't get my screener until after Enola Holmes. Weird, because Enola Holmes comes out after. So I know the embargo's already lifted. I'm going to hopefully watch it tomorrow morning. And then hopefully have a review for you guys at noon tomorrow. So be on the lookout. 12 Eastern time, Devil All the Time. Really excited for it. Excited to see what Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson's going to do. But it is sitting there in my Netflix account just waiting to be watched. So I really do need to see it. Let's keep going, guys. Will there be singing in the MCU from Thor? I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it. With Taika Waititi, anything is possible, my friend. Let's see. Oh, here we go. I like this. Movies and TV stutter. I like that. Do you think Weasel will portray a big part in Suicide Squad 2? I hope so. I really hope so. I loved, and you guys saw my reaction. I loved in that behind the scenes where Weasel, well, we got who was going to play Weasel, and Weasel's behind that jail cell, and it's practical effects. I'm like, that is interesting. I thought for sure they would go fully digital, and they'll obviously add digital effects to it. But man, I really like the character of Weasel so far. So I hope he plays a big part and he didn't just throw his brother in there so he'd get killed off immediately, because that's definitely possible. Another super chat I do want to get to. Make sure, guys, if I miss a super chat, because they do pop up on my screen. But sometimes the service that I use glitches. It glitches, so sometimes I miss them. So let me know if I miss one. Would you like to see more auteur filmmakers direct comic book films? Maybe something like Robert Eggers directing a Venom film. Oh my goodness. I don't hate that. PTA Punisher film. It'd be interesting. It would. I do think we're starting to get more of that. I think Taika Waititi, maybe not an auteur filmmaker because of his use of comedy, but I really like his style a lot. I think he's a fantastic director. Honestly, well, Christopher Nolan's probably in a lot of people's minds not an auteur filmmaker, but in terms of what you mentioned, like a David Fincher, like a PTA, something like that, I don't know exactly if I would want someone like a PTA doing a comic book movie, but if they were to sign on, I wouldn't be disappointed at all. Like, I think that would be truly awesome. It all comes down to what they're directing. What's the perfect fit for a director like that? But Robert Eggers' Venom, I don't hate that call. I don't hate that call at all. Let's see. Before we get to the next super chat, Orland's Opinion says the devil all the time is amazing. I follow you on Letterboxd. I believe I saw your score for that, my friend. I've heard good things. I've also heard bad things. I've heard both ends of the spectrum. Not bad, but like mediocre. So I'm interested to see, but I haven't actually read a review yet. I've just kind of seen summaries on on the Twitters and whatnot. So we'll see. We'll see for sure. Next super chat. Thermonuclear, welcome back. What movies in 2020 did you enjoy the most? Palm Springs is still the one that sticks out to me as just, I think it's because it was such a big surprise. I couldn't believe I enjoyed the movie that much. Now, obviously, I like movies like Tenet, which is, somewhat divisive, of course. And then I don't know if I love some of the movies that people have absolutely loved and fell for. But Tenet, I'm thinking of Ending Things, The Way Back, I really enjoyed Invisible Man. So a lot of really good things this year, to be honest. But again, when you're comparing it to other years, it just doesn't really hold up all that much. Hi, dummy. Stupid. Oh, geez. Ryan says, have you done a top 10 favorite sports movies of all time? No, I haven't, but I like that idea. I would throw in, well, if we want to count, wrestling, MMA, if we want to throw those things in there, I would throw in like a Warrior, The Wrestler. I thought was really good. A lot of those types of films. I loved Chadwick Boseman, and I know that's been on the brain lately in 42. I love Remember the Titans, I think is great. We Are Marshall, I actually think is a really good movie, which I found out, I believe maybe I was looking at the wrong thing. I think McG directed We Are Marshall. Am I right about that? McG, the guy who did Salvation and recently the Babysitter franchise, who I'm not too crazy about as a director, but I looked on IMDb and I saw that and I said, wow, I actually didn't know that. So that's interesting. It's interesting. My friend Samuel says, who's hotter, your wife or Scarlett Johansson? I have to go my wife. Listen, Scarlett Johansson, she's pretty. I ain't gonna lie to you. But I look at my wife, I think she's the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So I have to go my wife. But I see what you're trying to do there, Sam. You're trying to stump me, man. Look, Scarlett Johansson's pretty, but I mean, come on. I love my wife more than anything. Let's see. Have you watched The Rainmaker by Francis Ford Coppola? No, I actually have not. That's a movie that I haven't seen. You've seen when I've talked about Francis Ford Coppola before. That's one I've never mentioned. That's the reason why. So that's interesting, my friend. I'll definitely add that to my watch list in Letterboxd. Here's another super chat from Will Heron. Do movie critics get too much hate from audiences? Too much is, I do think they get an extensive amount of hate just because a lot of the time, if somebody doesn't agree with you, you see a lot of people tend to get really upset about it. That's just kind of the way it goes. So I'm interested. I'm interested in that discussion to see what you all have to say about that. Do movie critics get too much hate? I don't think so. But I think there are occasions where audiences just disagree so much, or they're just on the other end of the fence going into the film. Therefore, they feel a certain way about something. So it's an interesting discussion for sure. But you could go back and forth according on what argument you're trying to make there. I do think I did, guys. I was looking. I think I may have actually missed a super chat. I am so sorry. Somebody said Mike left a super chat. Let me see. Whoa, they're flying in, guys. The questions are flying. I love it, but they're flying. Oh, here's Mike's. Here's my butter or mayonnaise on your grilled cheese. I'll tell you what, Mike. I'll tell you what. I used to be a butter guy. I got married. My wife does mayonnaise. I think I'm a mayonnaise guy now. I'm a grilled cheese. It's just there's something about it, whether it's like just that fatty goodness or the way that it kind of melds into the bun. I do grilled cheese with buns sometimes. The bread, man, that's tough because I've always loved butter, but I think I'm a mayo guy now. I really do. Let's see. We got that one already. We took care of that. Let me make sure I didn't miss another super chat. Okay, here we go. Hey, Austin. What's up? What would be your 10 favorite comedy movies of all time in no order? Ooh, that's tough. I don't know if I could do 10. My top 3 would be Dumb and Dumber, Billy Madison, Ferris Bueller. Well, Ferris Bueller I know would be my number 1. Absolutely. I love movies like, this is no order. I love movies like Anchorman. I love movies like Dumb and Dumber. I love Ace Ventura. Classic Jim Carrey, Liar Liar, I think is great. Classic Adam Sandler, Waterboy, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, I think are great. Then you go back to something like Spaceballs, which I think is fantastic. More modern comedies like 21, 22 Jump Street. I mentioned Anchorman. Step Brothers, I think is hilarious. Talladega Nights. A lot of Will Ferrell comedies in there. More recently, Game Night. I thought Game Night was fantastic. So, man, there's a lot of great comedies, but not a lot of comedies recently. So we'll have to see. Riley Orton says, "Who are you?" Hi, Riley. Nice to meet you. I'm a guy on YouTube that talks about movies. That's essentially me. Not much here, to be honest. I'm a movie critic, Rotten Tomatoes, all that jazz. So, hello. How you doing? Let's see. Have you seen Band of Brothers? Thoughts if you have? Yes, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's been a while since I've seen it, so I haven't talked about it a lot as of late. But in terms of limited series, I love it. I think it's amazing. Let's see. Thoughts on Tenet's score by Ludwig Göransson. I was talking to my friend the other day, and I said, you know what? I love the Hans Zimmer, Christopher Nolan pair up. I do. This may be one of his best scores, Christopher Nolan's, which is in turn Ludwig Göransson's score. It's incredible. It's so good. I don't think I like it as much as the top 3, Interstellar, Inception, Dark Knight, but right behind that in terms of music. That first scene alone, the opera scene, I thought was just phenomenal. I love that pairing now, Ludwig and Nolan. But again, you can't go wrong with Zimmer either, because Zimmer may even be my favorite composer working right now. Tyler says Alien or Aliens. I always go back and forth with this, Tyler. I always go back and forth, my friend. I think right now, because I'm more of an action guy, I'm going to say Aliens, but you can't go wrong with either. You can't. Alien is phenomenal. It's one of the greatest horror achievements of all time. I just don't know if I would say I prefer it over Aliens, because Aliens, I have so much fun every time I watch it. But you can't go wrong with either. They're both fantastic. Rosalie says, hi, Rosalie. How are you? Oh, here we go. I like this. Did you see the Freaky trailer starring Vince Vaughn and Catherine Newton? Yes, I loved it. My wife watched it. She didn't like it that much, but I loved it. I thought it was great. So I'm really excited for that movie. We'll just have to see. Fabio says, hey, Austin, have you seen the show Vikings? And if so, what are your thoughts? I haven't seen Vikings. I know I said that. In my Last Kingdom review. I haven't seen Vikings. Still haven't seen it, guys. It's one of those shows I just haven't gotten to. But I know you guys would recommend it because I've heard nothing but good things. So it is one that I need to watch, and a couple of really good actors in there as well. Will you be doing a 70K celebration stream and unboxing? Ooh, I don't know about an unboxing. I don't know if I have things to unbox just yet. But hey, probably 75 will be more of a celebration for me, because I'm going to bring in some guys, and I'll just say I'm going to bring in somebody like a 3C Films, but maybe some other people. But we'll definitely be doing that. By the way, 3C the other day, he hit 200K on YouTube. So everybody in the chat, I know he's probably not watching. Huge congrats to 3C. My bro, my boy, traveled all the way to Dallas, Texas last year. Got to spend some time with him, talk to him all the time. And we love working with each other. We love doing our podcast, Film Strippers, on YouTube. He is such a good guy. So I'm so happy for him. Glad he hit 200K, man. He's crushing it right now. He really is. AJ Taylor says, favorite film from the 1970s, 1980s, 1990s. Oh, AJ, what are you doing, man? Gosh. Okay. Let's see. Hang on. Let's go to Letterboxd, because the old reliable Letterboxd, ladies and gentlemen, that's where we always go to get our lists. You guys don't have a Letterboxd page, by the way. They are not paying me to say this, but they are absolutely fantastic. Let's sort it by list name. So, as of right now, I have to say my favorite movie. Let's do 80s and 90s, because I think 70s would be too difficult to kind of nail down, because I love The Godfathers, I love The Jaws, I love all of those things. 80s, I would say Empire Strikes Back, Ferris Bueller, both of those films. Ferris Bueller probably number one. 90s, I think I'm going to go Goodfellas. I think Goodfellas is my favorite movie of the 90s. Just kind of off the top of my head. Both of those, all of those movies, amazing, but it's just so hard to narrow down and get that right for sure. But it's a great question. Let's see. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything here, guys. Oh no, I think it may have skipped a couple things. Let's see. Jay, excited for the new Scream movie? Yes. Speaking of 3C Films, I think 3C Films got me excited for the new Scream movie. Yeah, I'm really, really pumped for that, to be honest with you. So we'll have to see how it turns out. I know they've been announcing cast member after cast member after cast member, but we'll just have to see. I do think I missed a super chat from Sam. Sam, I'm sorry, man. It skipped your super chat, man. I can't pull it back up on the screen, but Sam did say, show me your chest hair now. You don't want to see my chest hair, man. You don't want to see my chest hair. Sorry to everyone who's going to miss that now. Mike says, favorite score of a bad movie? Mine's Independence Day. Ooh, good choice. Good choice. For a bad movie, I do love, I'm going to go in. It's hard to say for a bad film. I didn't hate the score for Suicide Squad. Man, that's tough. That's tough, guys. That really is. Hey, let me do something really quick. Let me pull this out here so I can show some of these super chats that we're missing. Give me 1 second, guys, because they are flying in. Flying in. Let me share this screen. Application window. All right. There we go. We're going to share that, and boom. All right, we're going to boom. We're going to do this. Look at this. All right, here we go. I don't know if this is going to work, y'all. I've never done this before. I've never done this before in real life. All right, it ain't going to work. I give up. Okay, so I think I've missed a couple super chats, but I'll go back through and read them here in just a second, because they are flying in, guys, and this program is just not able to handle them. Thermonuclear says, thoughts on We Were Soldiers? Thermonuclear, I don't think I've seen that. No, I haven't. So no thoughts specifically, but man, that is definitely one that I've heard some good things about. No, I don't think I've seen that. Maybe a small portion, but I can't give you anything good there. So I apologize for not being able to answer that. Let me go back to this and read some of these live chats, guys, that we missed. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So we got Mike. Let's see. Show me your chest hair. No, Sam. Will said, as much as I love Letterboxd and IMDb, I sometimes can't stand the community. I would like to know your opinion on toxic cinephiles. All right, Will. So, I think Letterboxd is not as bad. Because there are some very aggressive people on Letterboxd with some very strong opinions, that's for sure. But there's not as much review bombing on Letterboxd. So in terms of IMDb, I usually just don't go by the user score. And most of the movies, I would say it's pretty appropriate. But I just think the user score is a lot of the times tainted by people who go on there and they just don't watch the movie and then they give it a rating. And that bothers me. That's kind of always bothered me. So, yeah, I don't pay as much mind to IMDb, unfortunately. I love Letterboxd just because it kind of appeases my OCD and I can kind of sort through things and put movies on lists and all of these different, kind of sort of by genre, sort of by actor. I love that. I really do love that. And I love writing reviews on there. So it's unfortunate that review bombing happens sometimes. And sometimes I get why people review bomb. I get it. I'm like, oh, yeah, that's kind of a crappy thing to happen. So, but you shouldn't review bomb, because unless you see the movie and you form a concrete opinion, I don't think you should give a movie a score. So it's unfortunate because we get things like that all the time. But yeah, it kind of taints my view, and I just don't pay as much mind to score. I don't really pay as much mind to scores in general, though, guys. I look at Rotten Tomatoes, but I look less for the score and more for specific critics that I, kind of respect their opinion. I don't really look at the score as much, and you'll see that from this year. I mean, this year I've disagreed with the Rotten Tomatoes score 4 or 5 times. You go on a movie and you see, oh, not a lot of positives except for Austin, or not a lot of negatives except for Austin. So, yeah, I mean, I don't like going against the grain like that. And a lot of the times I'm kind of with the consensus on movies, but some of the times I'm just completely against it. And I feel bad at first, but then I'm like, who cares? It's my opinion. So what's it matter? TFK says, am I the only one who found Tenet dark and horror? Wow. Interesting. It was definitely darker. Horror? I don't know if it's horror. I could kind of see where you're coming from in terms of the darkness. It is a very dark Christopher Nolan movie. A lot of intense things happen in that movie. I don't know if I see horror, but TFK, I would like to know, did you enjoy Tenet? I don't know exactly what end of the spectrum you fall on, but that's interesting. Dark and horror. I definitely think it's dark for sure. Thoughts on the upcoming Scarface remake from Luca, the director of Call Me by Your Name, I believe that's the director. Yes. Oh my goodness. I think that will be awesome. I don't know where it's at in development. I don't even know if we're still getting it. I know for a while, but man, that is an interesting pairing. I wouldn't have off the bat said it's the perfect pairing, but I'm really excited for it because anything Luca does is incredible. Let's get this super chat, and then we'll go back to the normal chat room. Thoughts on the Rocky movies? I love the Rocky movies as a whole. There are a couple that I don't love. I like Creed just as much as any of the sequels. The OG Rocky is still the OG Rocky, but it's OG Rocky for me and then Creed. Like both of those films. I think Rocky 2 is really fun. A lot of really good elements. And the whole director's cut thing with Sylvester Stallone is interesting me. I'm like, I don't know if I would have said I needed that, but the fact that we're getting it, I don't think I'm going to complain. So it definitely interests me for sure. We're getting some weird questions from some people. Let's see. Hey, Austin, what's your top 5 animated shows currently running? I don't know if this is in order, but I would say Rick and Morty. I've always loved Family Guy, even though recently I haven't watched as much. I loved Regular Show when it was running. I loved Adventure Time when it was running. Obviously, those aren't going anymore. I don't watch as much animation on like television as I do something like Netflix, like The Dragon Prince, which I think is awesome. Love The Dragon Prince. That's up there. Kipo and Wonder Beasts. Yeah. Couple really good ones on Netflix, but to be honest with you, I just don't watch as much network television anymore. So I know something like a Steven Universe and all those shows were really good. I just didn't get to catch them, unfortunately. But yeah. Let's go check real quick, guys. We did have somebody say that they left a Streamlabs question. So we're going to go check out Streamlabs. If you guys don't know what Streamlabs is, it may not be the easiest way to ask a question and donate, but it does it does allow things to go a lot easier, and it kind of assures that I see your question. So we're going to go there. Let me share the screen for you guys super quick to the Streamlabs. All right, here we go. So let me make it bigger for you. Our question is from Zamri. Says, if Tenet got a follow-up that took place in the future, would it be a sequel or a prequel? Oh my gosh, you're blowing my mind right now. I guess it would be well, I don't want to go into details for Tenet because I know a lot of people haven't seen it. All I will say, I think it would be a prequel, if that makes sense. I think it would be a prequel, but that spoils nothing in the movie. But I don't want to go any further because I know a lot of people haven't seen that film just yet. Let's see. Alex Lopez in the chat. Alex, nice of you to join us, my friend. I will keep the Streamlabs up on screen in case we get another one. The link is in the description. That way I kind of see it pop up. Let's see. We've got, have you seen Mr. Robot? Yes. I'm not caught up, though. I'm not caught up. What I've seen, I've really enjoyed, but I'm not caught up. Favorite Spielberg movies? I've got this one a few times, but I'll say it one more time. Saving Private Ryan. I love Schindler's List, love Jaws, love Jurassic Park, love Indiana Jones. So all of those films are up there for sure. Austin, have you heard of Nomadland? Yes. Oh, I'm so glad you said this. I just got to see it at TIFF, and it's 100% going to be a Best Picture nomination. I will be watching Nomadland, I believe, on the 23rd or the 26th of September. I believe the 26th of September, thanks to the New York Film Festival. I am so excited. I've got On the Rocks and Nomadland. Those are the two movies that I opted to see. So I will be seeing both of those and hopefully bringing you guys a review immediately. Don't know when the embargo is going to lift on the Rocks, but man, I am so excited for both of those films. And I'm seeing a lot of Best Actress nominations for that movie. Actress, supporting actress, director Chloe Zhao. I love Chloe Zhao so much. Just in what she gave us in the one film that I've seen, which is, I believe, The Rider. It looks great. It really does. So here we go. Tyler Van says, Austin, you got a super chat. Tyler, I'm so sorry, man. These things are flying in and they are missing. Okay, so Tyler says, all right, I see it on this one. I don't know if I'll be able to bring it up on screen, Tyler. Let me see. Yeah, the questions are flying in too fast. Guys, I may have to change this platform that I'm using because it is not, when they go by and they're gone unless they're the bigger super chat. So Tyler said, a recent comedy that I found is hilarious is Grimsby. Grimsby. Tyler, which one is that? Which one is Grimsby? I don't know if I've seen that, man. Is that an older film, newer film? I don't know if I've seen it. I really don't. So, yeah, no, I can't comment on that. But, yeah, okay. Well, hey, look, you can see it on screen, Tyler. There you go. Grimsby. Let me see. Let me look it up on Letterboxd. Let's see here. Letterboxd. Okay. Grimsby. No, I have not seen this, Tyler. So 2016. Nope. No. Oh, I remember that. Mark Strong. Yes, I remember that. I remember that when that came out. No, I did not see that. So yes, that is interesting. Added to the watch list right now. Just added. So that is so funny you said that. Let's see. Where I think we got some new people on here, y'all, because I keep getting a lot of who are you? So yeah, my name's Austin. I review movies. And that's what I do. I watch a lot of stuff. I watch a lot of Netflix. I watch a lot of films. I go to the theater when I can to see movies. And I like talking about directors, composers, and obviously comic booky type things. I'm a big genre guy, but I'm also a big independent lover as well. My favorite studio is A24. So a little bit of everything. Emil says F-U or foo. I don't know. It's foo? Is it foo or F-U? I don't know. Well, I guess we'll see. Who are these people? Everybody's coming from. I like it, though. I like we got new people on the channel. Let's see. Matt says, Austin, my boy. What's up, Matt? What's up, man? Nice to have you. Nice to have you on today, my friend. Let's see. Let's see. Austin, have you seen Brigsby Bear? Yes. A huge gem for me that year. Huge gem. Loved it. Loved Mark Hamill's presence in that movie. I thought he was fantastic. I'm just a really big fan of those types of low-budget independent films that come out of nowhere and just kind of sweep you off your feet, and that's what Brigsby Bear did for me. So let's see. Keep going, guys. Got some good super chats here. Let's see. My name is Austin, too. That's a good name to have, AJ. That's a really good name to have. Tyler says, Astor or Eggers? The ultimate question, Tyler. Oh, I still got to go Astor. I know I've answered a similar question before. I got to go Astor. Eggers is great. The Lighthouse swept me off my feet. It's very close, but Astor for me gave me two movies that I was mesmerized by. Eggers gave me one, and then The Witch, which I really enjoy, but I wouldn't say is one of my favorite films from A24. So that's the reason why, but I think they're both great. Right below that, Tanner says, what was your opinion on Hamilton, Tanner? I loved it. I loved it. Did a review on this channel. Thought it was awesome. Was never able to see it before just because, you know, I live in Kentucky, so I've just never seen it. So I got to see it on Disney Plus on a big screen somewhat, my Samsung television, which, you know, is probably not the way to see it, to be honest with you. I think live on stage is the way to see it. But what I saw was awesome. Thoroughly enjoyed myself. One of the highest ratings I've given to anything all year. I couldn't believe I liked it that much, to be honest with you. Ryan says, any movies that deserve a sequel? Any movies that haven't gotten a sequel that deserve a sequel? Scott Pilgrim versus the World. There's my answer. I think that movie deserves a sequel. Dread. There's my other answer. I love both of those films. I think they both deserve a sequel. I don't think we're going to get... Now, Dread, there's still that the spinoff TV show that's not necessarily a spinoff, sort of a new thing, but Scott Pilgrim, man, I would have loved to have seen a sequel to that movie. Marshall, the super chat says, you're killing me, Marshall. Would you rather see gosh. Would you rather go to a Steelers AFC Championship game? Go to? Like me be there? Or the premiere of The Batman? You're combining the two things that I love. This is going to crush me. Because I love the Steelers. Y'all know this. I love me some football. I love football in general. I'm going to be watching it all day today for my 4 fantasy teams. It's ridiculous. I'd have to go with The Batman. Because I'd get to see Pattinson in real life. I'd get to have this experience with, if it was the red carpet or anything like that. I mean, that's kind of the dream, since it is my career, since being a movie critic is my career. I would probably say that, but to go to a Steelers AFC Championship game, it's somewhat of a dream of mine, but it's one that'll never happen. Frosty says, came first, the egg or the chicken? I like how you said the egg or the chicken instead of the chicken or the egg. I like that. You kind of flipped it on its, the egg or the chicken. What came first? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I have no clue. I would say the egg. Where did it come from? I have no clue. I've never looked into that question. It's a good question, though. Man, that's tough. You got a lot of stumpers on here today, guys. I like the stumpers. Black Gay Comic Geek. Yeah, I believe I got you on Instagram, I believe. Do you watch anime? If so, I'd recommend The Promised Neverland. Ooh, never seen that. Yes. Attack on Titan, One Punch Man. My Hero Academia, I've still not checked it out. I've heard a lot of great things. Of course, Dragon Ball. I did Dragon Ball Super Broly, one of my favorite movies of last year. Really cool theatrical experience, by the way. So yes, I do watch anime. Not as much as of late, just because I've been trying to get through all my Netflix screeners and all my movie screeners, this and that. But hey, anime is great. And sometimes you get some of the best animated shows, movies that you've seen. Spirited Away is still one of my favorite movies of all time. So if that kind of points you in a direction of what kind of movies that I like. Luis says, hope we get a Kick-Ass 3. Kick-Ass 2 was such a disappointment. I agree. I was disappointed. I would like to see a third one. I don't think we will, unfortunately. But that's a great sequel to have. Johnny Phillips says Bale or Affleck. I like this, Johnny. I got to go Bale because I grew up with Bale. I just think he's a better balance of the two. But man, have I really come around on Ben Affleck as Batman? I know a lot of people don't like him. I've really come around on Ben Affleck. I really think he's great, a shining beacon in some of those movies, and I'm excited to see him come back in The Flash. I really am. Man of Steel deserves a sequel. Yes. I didn't say that because I think we're going to get one. There's just part of me that's like, I think we're going to get one down the line. But do I wish? Absolutely. Lim says, do you ever plan to be a filmmaker, or do you just want to stay a film critic? I would love to be a filmmaker. I would. Just where I live in Kentucky. It's difficult for me to do something like that. Unfortunately, just it's kind of circumstantial where I'm located right now. But man, would I love to. I really would. I've got ideas, but I would really love to focus on cinematography, to be honest with you. I'm a huge cinematography buff. I think that would be super, super fun, kind of figuring out shot selection for a film, this and that. But a lot of really, really good things that come from filmmaking. But I love being a film critic. I do. It's great. It really is great. Even though sometimes, a little bit of backlash here, a little bit of hate there, but I love the conversations that you guys bring, especially in these live chats. I told you already, I look forward to every single Sunday with you. And I'm not just saying that. I truly do. So I appreciate you guys. By the way, if you are here and you're here for the first time, welcome. If you'd like to become a subscriber, that's awesome. You don't have to, videos every single day, talking movies, reviews. If you want to drop a thumbs up on this video, I'd appreciate that. It kind of pushes it out there. We're trying to make a push to 70K and then hit 75 a little later. We're going to do a huge celebration with some other YouTubers. It should be really fun. But again, I appreciate you guys for being here today. I really do. Let's see. I've heard about this, my friend. It's hey, Austin, please watch The Wailing. I've heard about this movie. I'm sure you'll love it. It's a good horror flick. Is that the one that Chris Stuckman reviewed? a couple of months back. I believe it is. So if that's the one that I'm thinking of, then I'm really, really, really wanting to see it. I need to make time for it. But I watched Stuckman's review, if that's the film, and I just, I'm really excited to see it. Matt says, hey, Austin, love your channel. Thank you, Matt. Appreciate it, man. Do you think there's a chance we may get 2 female Best Director nominees? Yes, I've also been hearing about Regina King's new movie all over Twitter the other day. All over Twitter. I think there's a good shot. Chloe Zhao, at this point, what I'm hearing about her, I think she's a shoo-in. Got to see the movie. Again, a couple weeks from now, I'll be seeing Nomadland. My God, I'm so excited. I'm so excited, y'all. I love Chloe Zhao so much. I really do. So I think that it could be super, super cool. I think there's a shot. And Regina King, what I'm hearing about that film, solid, crisp direction. But if I had to bet on one, I'd bet on Chloe Zhao. Matt says, are ever going to review video games? You know, Matt, I'd like to. I would. The problem is for me, it's just kind of balancing all these movies that I'm watching with the video games, kind of this and that. But I'd love to. I really wanted to do the new Avengers game. I think I've kind of missed the boat on that, but we'll see what happens with the new Spider-Man game. We'll see what happens. There's a shot. And if so, I'd like to know, is that something that you guys are interested in? Hey, Austin, have you seen She-Ra? Not all the way through. Enough for a review, but I have seen She-Ra, parts of it, and what I've seen, I've really liked. JC says, what is this live? Every single Sunday, we're talking movies, TV shows, talking about a little bit later. Before we end this today, I'm going to talk about the Dune trailer and taking you guys' questions. Taking your all's questions. Thanos says, why is my chat getting deleted? Thanos, I am not moderating right now, so if it's getting deleted, I don't know why. Unless you're saying something mean, but I don't think, I doubt that. So I am not for sure. I mean, just keep commenting if you've got some good questions. I'll try to hit as many as I can see. Alex Lopez says, have you seen Enola Holmes? Are you allowed to say anything? What are your thoughts? I'm not going to give my review just yet, but I did watch it. They are positive. They are positive, my friend. So that's what I'll say. Review coming this week. Mike, can I borrow? Mike says, can I borrow $2.99? Why is that so funny? Oh my gosh, that's pretty good, Mike. I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me make sure I haven't missed a super chat, guys. Tyler, I think I missed yours, man. Tyler Keel said, and I can't put it up on screen, it's already gone. Have you ever considered making movies? Similar to the one that I already answered, but yes. If I haven't answered that, I can't remember, honestly, because everything's flying by. I'm trying to keep up with everything. Y'all are doing awesome in the live chat. My goodness. Let's keep going down this normal chat here. Austin, have you watched The Social Dilemma? No, but that's one I missed. But I'm seeing good things. So yes, I really want to watch it. Tristan says, have you seen the TV show Supernatural? Guys, by the way, if I'm not getting to your questions, probably just kind of missed it, or there's like a lag on YouTube, so you're about a minute behind I am, so stay tuned. I may end up getting to it. Yes. It's very, very good. Haven't seen every episode, just kind of in passing. It is my dad's favorite show on the CW and one of his favorite shows on TV, though. My dad freaking loves that show. He talks about it all the time. He's like, Supernatural. Did you know it's getting a final season? I'm like, Dad, yes, I know that, but he gets so excited about it. Jacob says, do you think Dune will win a lot of Oscars, like costume or production, even the knee-winning director? I hope so, my friend. I hope so. That would be awesome. My goodness, that would be awesome. I don't know. At this point, it's too far out to say, but I really hope at least something like production design or costume design, because good Lord, that trailer was fantastic. Parth says, just booked GRE exam date today to come to USA and meet my favorite critic. Parth, who's your favorite critic? I'm sure it ain't me, but you can meet me too if you want to, but no, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. GRE exam date. Very nice, my friend. Very nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. Not considering writing, who is the better director? Chris, David, Quentin Tarantino. That's, gosh, that is tough. I mean, they're all extensively incredible. They're all three incredible. I would say my personal favorite out of those is Nolan. But I would say, man, Quentin Tarantino is so just consistent. Not that Nolan isn't consistent, but Tarantino's just been doing it longer with the various different types of movies. Even though, again, you can say a similar thing for Nolan. It's hard not to put QT up top. Again, Fincher is amazing too. My personal favorite is Nolan, though, but it's really hard to pick between those three. Those are two great calls. John says, you do too much, Peter. You're not Superman, you know. Don't wear yourself too thin, Austin. Appreciate the content. Thank you, John. I appreciate it, man. It is, and not that I'm complaining because I love doing these every Sunday, but so much to go through, and when I miss chats, I don't mean to miss chats, guys. It's just like a lot. It's a lot, and they come in chunks. So also, we've got some people that I'm going to get rid of because they're saying some mean things. We don't like mean things on the channel, people. There we go. And cool. Yeah. All right. So play nice. Play nice, folks. Let's see. Let's also try not to spam too many comments because that kind of keeps other people from getting their comments in as well, if you guys don't mind. What do you think of the upcoming film, The French Dispatch? I'm super excited. I'm super freaking excited for it. I don't know when it's coming out, though. Right now, the date is TBD, so we'll just have to see. But The French Dispatch is one for me. There it is. Ruby Tuesday says, favorite score and soundtrack to a movie recently. It's got to be Tenet. Soundtrack-wise. I don't know soundtrack-wise. Score's got to be Tenet. I love the score. I also really like the score for I'm Thinking of Ending Things, by the way. I thought that was really, really awesome. Arif says, will one MCU movie win the Oscars? I doubt it. I mean, it's according on what Oscars you're talking about, maybe visual effects, but I don't see an MCU movie winning. But hey, who knows? Stranger things have happened. You guys know I love MCU movies. ORPW90 says, thanks for recommending the Broken Hearts Gallery. Very nice. We really enjoyed it last night. That is awesome. I'm glad you went out and watched that. Yeah, if you guys missed my review, that is a recommendation from me. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Didn't get that theatrical experience because I did watch the screener. It's one of those movies I think, you've got the laughter and you've got people kind of enjoying themselves. I think it would make the experience better. But man, I really liked that movie, so I'm so glad you guys were able to see it, were able to check it out. That's awesome. Austin, have you seen Dark? Fire and Ice? Yes. Fire and Ice. Please go check out my review of Dark, and you will see my just extensive enthusiasm for it. Dorito Chip Gamer says, are you excited for football? Yes. I'm a Bears fan, so IDK, man. Listen, the Bears, it could be a rough season, but who knows, man? A couple years ago, that defense was one to be trifled with, in terms of the office. But yeah, I think the NFL is going to be awesome this year. Hopefully we get some good games and not a lot of blowouts like Thursday. If you ever direct anything, this is cool. If you ever direct anything, would you make your characters break the fourth wall? I mean, I love the idea. I don't know if I would be that daring as a director because that's a tough thing to pull off. It really is. Fourth wall breaking. I mean, the fact that they were able to do that, Tim Miller was able to do that in Deadpool just so seamlessly. And a movie like Ferris Bueller, you look at it and it's like, man, I don't know how they get away with stuff like this, but I think it would be interesting for sure. And I think it would be fun. I think so. I'm sorry, y'all. I think I just kind of canceled myself out there. Let me make sure everything's good. I was clicking on the live stream and it was gone. Are we still here? Is everybody good? Whew. All right, we're good. Everybody still in the chat? Hello? Can y'all see me? Oh man. Listen, somebody said, oh, what's happened? Uh-oh, rip. Rip. Oh no, he's dead. Everybody back. Sorry, guys. I accidentally exited out going over to check and see if I missed a super chat, but we didn't miss a super chat, so we're good. ORPW 90 sent a super sticker. Thank you so much. Let me see what that sticker was, by the way. Let me go into it. Oh, it was a little, y'all can't see it, but it's a little thing. Is it hi? It said, hey. So thank you. And it said, thank you. So thank you so much, ORPW90. I wish I could show that on the screen. That is super sweet and hilarious. Yeah, we're back, guys. Okay. I think we're good. We kind of messed that. I messed that up. That was my fault. Let's keep going. Rip Austin. Y'all cracking me up. Let's see. Fire and Ice's favorite movie score. Again, I do this all the time. I can't narrow it down. Recently, other than this year, been doing a lot of Arrival, and I've said this in previous live streams. Johan Johansson, it's a great one as of late. But I love scores like Inception and 2001, and just your class. I'm a big sci-fi guy. If you haven't been able to figure that out, big sci-fi score kind of guy. So I love music that's kind of associated with sci-fi movies. Absolutely. Just scrolling down, we see best scene in War for the Planet of the Apes. For me, the scene where Nova brings Caesar some water and then she does the apes together strong sign. It's a man. What a great movie. What a great movie War for the Planet of the Apes was. One of my favorites of that year. Wasn't necessarily what the trailers sold us as the film would be, but it was a great movie nonetheless. Christian Gamer Pro says, you're the best. Thank you so much, Christian Gamer Pro, my friend. I appreciate that. I did have a good question here, and I think it's already skipped it. Yeah, unfortunately, guys, I think it skipped it. I saw a good one, though. If you had a good question, I missed it. Keep commenting. Dunkirk has an incredible score. I agree. Dunkirk has a great score. The Disciple won big at the Venice Film Festival. Yes. What have you been hearing about that movie? Good things. Good things. I'm interested to see what the tone is. That's kind of what I'm most curious about. But yes, I've been hearing very good things. Here's one. Why is you bad? I don't know. Why is I bad? Have you seen Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs? And if so, thoughts? Love it. Love it. It's a great movie. Not an underrated movie. Just a great movie that I don't think a lot of people talk about as one of his best. And you can even look at my list and say, Austin, why is it a little bit lower? Just because I love films like Inglourious Bastards, Pulp Fiction, Django Unchained. But Reservoir Dogs is a great film. It's a classic for a reason. And I think a lot of people love these types of movies. And I hope, I'm interested to see what Tarantino gives us next, for sure. John Doe says, hey, man, what do you think of the Scarface remake? Well, we actually just talked about that at the beginning of the live stream. I'm very, very, very excited for it. Funny thing is, Scarface was actually, I believe Scarface was a remake itself, the one that everybody holds as kind of a classic. So I don't mind it being remade again in a different light. I think it could be super cool. Let's see. Can you do a top 10 movie scenes video? I would love to see it. That would be interesting for sure. I've never done anything like that, extensive to that degree. It'd be hard to narrow down. Absolutely. But it's a very good idea. Denise, we always do director swaps on these live streams. Jacob says, Denis directing Inception, Nolan directing Arrival. I mean, that's tough, man. Listen, both of those directors pair so well with those movies. I think Denis' Inception would be less complicated in maybe not a good way. And I think Nolan's Arrival would maybe be more complicated, but maybe that would kind of compromise that kind of story. But it would be interesting nonetheless. Banana Girl says, you want a banana? I would actually, we just bought bananas because I make smoothies. What is the best chair you ever sat on? I think it's this one, to be honest with you. So if I've got an Amazon link, I think it's actually in this description. So if you guys want to check out this Captain America chair, this is not the only one. We've got Spider-Man. They've got Black Panther. They got a Thanos chair, I believe. And there's a Batman chair from a similar, I don't think it's the same company, but from a similar company. This one's comfortable. It's got a neck pillow. It's got a back pillow. This is probably the most comfortable chair I've ever sat on. So, yeah, I would say this one, to be honest with you, but it's also because it's Captain America, so I'm a little biased. Arif says, do you know Sean Chandler? Yes. If you guys checked out Sean Chandler's recent, where he is kind of doing the courses on his website, I believe I'm the first one, where he interviewed me and we talked together. And Sean and I have done a couple of collabs in the past, and we're planning on doing more. Sean's a great guy. Love being on his channel. Love collabing with him. And I'm going to endorse that that awesome. He's got a lot of awesome things going on, but that specifically very soon. So be on the lookout for that. Wait, hang on. Did somebody say 3C Films is here? Where's 3C? Where's he at? 3C Films? Hey man, I was talking about you earlier, 3C. I was talking about you. You missed it, bro. What's up, man? Thoughts on Warner Brothers wanting Dune and Wonder Woman 1984 release date 1 week apart? Yeah. P.S. Austin is my best friend. What's up, dude? Crazy. It's a great point, though. So here's what 3C brought up, right? So as of now, Wonder Woman, Dune are a week apart. December 18th, December 25th. I don't think it's going to stick. I don't think it's going to happen. There's no way in my mind that Warner Brothers is keeping Dune a week before Wonder Woman if they want to make all the money that they can. I just don't think it's going to happen. And 3C, I think this will be good. By the way, 3C and I we do a podcast together called Film Strippers on YouTube. So type in Film Strippers. You can find 3C Films and I talking news weekly, and we do spoiler reviews on there as well. You can find us. We did a spoiler review for New Mutants, but yeah, man, I just don't think it's going to stick. I don't think it's going to stick. I think as all of these movies have, I just think Dune's going to move. Maybe to March. I think to February, more likely, since that Oscar cutoff date is the 28th, but maybe they do a limited release for those Oscar dates to kick in, and then a wider release in March. I think that's a good way to approach it. I think March opening theatrically wide is a good date, so we'll just have to see. 3C Films. Everybody in the chat's like, 3C Films, what's up, man? It's awesome, bro. Yeah, 3C's my boy. All right, let's keep going, guys. So we've got Pelican Mike sent in a Streamlab, so we're going to go check that out. Pelican Mike, we got you, man. Let me get that back on the screen super quick. Share screen since I exited out earlier. Here we go. Boom. All right, Pelican Mike says, "Hey Austin, was wondering if you ever experience burnout. Last year I watched more movies than I ever have, but this year with the pandemic. Recently, with baseball back, I haven't watched a movie in the last 2 months. I just needed a break." Yeah, I have. And I always said burnout was something that I tried to avoid. But just with, and I'll go ahead and get that pulled up so we don't miss it. Just with what I've been doing lately, so many things to get through. Things that I haven't gotten to yet that I have to get to this week. I mean, right now I'm watching the Jurassic Park show, Ratchet, Dragon's Dogma, a lot of Netflix movies. And it's not necessarily burnout in general. It's just, it kind of stinks because I want to watch older films that I love pretty consistently, like over and over, like a Sing Street or something like that. But I just don't have time to do that right now. And I said at the beginning of the year, I was going to try to watch as many movies as I could this year. But because of all of these new releases, which is fine, I'm not complaining, and a lot of TV shows, I'm not getting to as many movies as I want. And it's tough. Last week, I think I actually physically made myself sick, and it wasn't good. I just kind of staring at the computer too long, doing too much editing. I do overdo it. It's just kind of my nature. That's what I've always do. But I do tend to overdo it. So it is unfortunate when it happens. And I know 3C can attest to this. I know we both work. He works his butt off if he's still in the chat. It gets difficult, but I don't have a right to complain because you guys are so supportive and you're so incredible. And you guys treat me with the utmost respect, and I appreciate that. So I love what I do. I really do. And I love doing things for you all. Let's go ahead and acknowledge this super chat. And then we got another Streamlabs from Jackier101. Black Gay Comic Geek says, "I see that giant X-Men post. Which X-Men would you like to see in the MCU? And how do you think they should introduce them?" Justice for Darwin. Oh, Darwin. Yes. Yeah, that shortchanged for sure in the Fox X-Men movies. That's a good one. I like these New Mutants characters. I just didn't love some of the interpretations maybe as much. So I think they're interesting. Someone like a Cannonball. If we could get a Cannonball back in the new movies, play a small role in one of the X-Men films, or even someone like Pyro, I think would be interesting. I like these smaller characters. Now, obviously, I want them to get Cyclops right. I want them to get Wolverine right. That's a big one. But some of these smaller characters, I think, could play in extremely interesting. But I think we should still do Fantastic Four first and then move into the X-Men. I'm really liking what I'm seeing with the fan casting for like Xavier and Magneto, though. I really do. I'm still loving the Viggo Mortensen Magneto call. I think that would be super cool. Either way, I'm excited to see the X-Men in the MCU for sure. For sure. Let's see. I think we got another super chat. I'll go ahead and pull that up before we get to the next actual chat, so I don't miss it like I have a couple of times. Okay, so let's do this Streamlabs super quick. So if you see on the screen, we have Streamlabs. It says, is Tenet on the same level of complexity as Dark? Do I need a notepad to watch it? I don't think it is as dark. And here's why I say that. Because recently, one of my really good friends was going to take his wife to the movie theater and see Tenet. And I told him, I said, man, you got to know what you're in for with this film. If you don't know what you're in for, I don't know if you're going to like it. And I've seen a lot of people that knew what they were in for and didn't like it. So a little bit of an up and down movie. He came back, both he and his wife, and said, man, I had no issues with that film. Like, I got it. I got it for the first time. And same with his wife. And I'm like, okay, well, maybe, and then going back and seeing it for a second time, which I'm about to log on my Letterboxd, maybe it's not as complex as I thought it was the first time. It's just kind of the layout and the intricate details. So it is, I think, a complex movie for sure. But it all comes down to that Dark comparison. I just think Dark is much more complex. And that doesn't mean it's better. I do think Dark is one of the best TV shows ever. But I just think there's a lot more that goes into it, layers and details and all of those things. So it's interesting for sure. But it's a good question. Tenet and Dark. I've never thought to compare those two things. But in a year that's given us very complex movies, like I'm thinking of ending things in Tenet and then Dark on TV, man, what a year it has been so far. ORPW90 says, I've never seen Denis Villeneuve's Prisoners. Should I watch it? Yes, yes, yes. An enthusiastic yes. But not an enthusiastic yes because I think you're going to be mesmerized and you're going to have a great time entertaining. Yeah, what a fun movie. You will be mesmerized, but you'll be more heartbroken, and it's just super intense. Listen, if you have kids, this is a tough watch. This is a tough watch. And I don't personally have kids, but I could only imagine. I used to work with a place called Hope's Place. I could only imagine seeing what some of these kids go through and then losing a child, what that would be like. So, and I've seen it. Firsthand, I've seen it. It is horrible. So a movie where kids get kidnapped and then Hugh Jackman doing what he does as a very just aggressive, angry, and you see his anger. Marshall says Prisoners is a must watch. You see his anger throughout the movie, but you understand it. It's understandable. What a terrifying film, but what is such a well-made, amazing, fantastic movie. If I could recommend a movie right now, anything for you to watch, as long as you don't want something that's super entertaining and upbeat, I would say Prisoners. It's one of my favorite movies of all time, for sure. I think it's incredible. Cobb Cannon says, are you going to open a YouTube membership? I thought about it. So I do have a Patreon. Austin Burke. I have thought about the YouTube membership program just to do extra content on there instead of Patreon to keep everything in one place. Is that something you all are interested in? I don't want to overwhelm you all, and I don't want you to think that I'm just doing things for certain reasons. I want to do what you all want me to do. So if that's something you all are interested in, let me know. Instead of going all the way to Patreon for the extra content, if you'd rather have it on YouTube, I'm definitely open, though. I'm open to something like that. Again, I know I post a lot, but I hate to overwhelm y'all because I know there's a lot of stuff to watch on YouTube. I just thank you if you tune in for a video every now and then. I thank you for choosing me. But again, there's just a lot of different things to choose from. That's for sure. All right, let's keep going, guys. So I think we're good on Streamlabs. We're good with super chats. Let's get back in the chat room. Thoughts on the Social Network score? Yes, I love that score. Love that score. One of my favorite of that year. And that's a year where we got Inception and Toy Story 3, which I thought were incredible scores. But yeah, that's easily one of the best scores of that year. It's awesome. Let's see. Do you watch soccer? Austin Sam says, not as much. I love the World Cup. I was just never a huge soccer guy growing up. It's just where I lived. We didn't, there weren't a lot of great soccer teams, even though my high school soccer team was actually the best in the district and then in the region when I was a senior. So which was really cool. I'm just not very good with my feet, so I didn't play. I'm not a huge soccer guy, but I will tune in every now and then. I just love sports in general, to be honest with you. Bad Boys 4, is it possible? It is possible, but they missed an opportunity. They called this last one Bad Boys for Life. They could have called this one Bad Boys 4 life. No, that's stupid. All right. Wow, we got Tenet over Dark. Interesting. Hey, I don't mind that. I like that take, but I got to go Dark over Tenet. I just think Dark's a little bit better. Let's see. Do you think horror can work well with animation? So I did see this recently. They're working on a new horror animated movie. And I didn't even read into who the producers and the directors are. So I think it can. Not that Monster House was the scariest movie I've ever seen, but Monster House had some pretty good horror in it. Who's a Monster House fan in the chat room? I grew up with that movie. It was a fun movie. So I think that can work for sure, but it's just according on how you approach it. Tenet or Inception? Inception. Easily for me, but I'm on Team Tenet. I really enjoyed Tenet, but Inception, one of my favorite movies of all time. Why are you such a poser? I just love posing. You know, like when somebody taking a picture. I don't know. I'm sorry. Let's see. Do you like Chris Stuckman? Yes, I love Chris Stuckman. I'm a huge fan. I kind of grew up with Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Jahns, to be honest with you. I would love to do some sort of collab with him. I think it'd be awesome. Let's see. What do you think about Nomadland? Talked about this earlier. Super excited for Nomadland. I cannot wait to see what that movie brings us. I cannot wait. I think it's going to be a huge Oscar player just from what I'm hearing, but I've not actually read a full review yet, so I usually don't read full reviews until I do my review, but we'll just have to see. Watch Nightcrawler, peeps. Yes, watch Nightcrawler. What a great movie. Jake Gyllenhaal snubbed for the Oscar. JC Movie Review says, do you like Phineas and Ferb the movie, Candace Against the Universe? I did do a review if you want to go check that out. My short answer is I enjoyed it. Yes, Gyllenhaal's best performance. I agree. Let's see. Thanks, Austin. I love movies. We'll be watching again soon. Again, I just needed a break. I think it's good every now and then. Pelican Mike, yes, following up earlier from the Streamlabs question. Yeah, listen, I understand. Sometimes you just need a break. You get overwhelmed, and I completely get that. So I can't fault you there. Are you looking forward to the new A24, The Green Knight with Dev Patel? Yes. Oh my gosh. I can't wait for that movie. One of my most anticipated. I think I said it was my most anticipated A24 movie of the year. I thought that trailer was spectacular. Just whenever we get it, I don't know if we're getting it. Thoughts on Tom Cruise jumping off a cliff for Mission Impossible 7? I love it. This man is doing it all, y'all. Doing it all. So I love seeing that. It's really cool to see just his age. And after seeing all these other things for Mission Impossible, and he's still doing it, it's crazy. Have you seen Beautiful Boy on Amazon Prime? Yes, I was actually a fan of that movie for sure. I think it's good. You know what? Let's go. Have you had sex? Well, I'm married. So what do you think? All right, let's keep going. No. Batman v Superman has a surprising score. Yes, it does. It's very good, to be honest with you. Let y'all think. Y'all thought I wasn't going to answer that. Let's see. Who is your favorite actor? Right now, it's Jake Gyllenhaal. I think all time, that's tough. I could go an easy way with like Daniel Day-Lewis. I could go Leo. But yeah, right now it's Jake Gyllenhaal. It's sweet. Monster House is dope. Yes, it is. I love Monster House, man. It's so good. Let's keep going. We got a super chat. Favorite song from Sing Street. I'm still waiting for a Connor Lawler Funko release. They could get creative. I mean, Drive It Like You Stole It was it. That was it. What's it called? Up? She lights me up. Oh, man. I didn't sing it that good just now. Man, that left me in tears. Man. Oh, so good. Somebody is just, y'all, come on now. Don't be spamming. Come on now. Let's see. We don't want spam. Come on, y'all. We don't want spam. Here we go. Let's get you out of here. Let me see. Nope. There we go. All right, we're good. We're in there. My father is also calling me right now. I have like 3 things happening at one time. See ya. Let's see. Let's hit this. We got the super chat. Sing Street. Yeah, I definitely think it's Up or Drive It Like You Stole It. Okay. Sean says, where is Madison? She is currently working out. So She working out. Don't know what she's doing. Who knows? Who knows what she's doing? Working out, eating food, but I think she's at the gym right now. What do you think of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? One of my favorite movies. My favorite movie of that year. Absolute favorite. Number one. Most underrated A24 film. Honestly, I have to go with The Disaster Artist. It's not one that you expect when you're talking top A24 films, but it always ends up in my favorites. But I feel like enough people don't talk about it. So I would say The Disaster Artist is mine, or maybe Good Time. Good Time's one that people talk about Uncut Gems, and I love Uncut Gems, but can't pass up Good Time, man. Robert Pattinson, that's kind of where my love from him spawned. Let's see. Have you seen the Ammonite reviews? They seem disappointing. I haven't seen the full reviews, but I've seen some of the tweets, and they are indeed disappointing. I thought this movie was going to crush. I'm seeing some people not like that movie. I'm interested now. I'm interested, but I haven't read the full reviews. Joaquin Phoenix, yeah, absolutely. You have to see his films, the best of the decade. He's great. He's great. Better than Leo is tough, but he's very, very incredible. I mean, just look at The Joker and then The Master, and two of the best performances of very ambiguous. I mean, Mary's though. Nope. Matt Damon. Yeah, Matt Damon's a good one. I really love Matt Damon. Do you like onions? I assume you saw our mukbang and movies video. The answer is no. I do not like onions. Nightcrawler. Yeah, Jake Gyllenhaal is incredible in Nightcrawler. Favorite song so far this year? I assume you mean song in a movie? Man, that is tough. I don't know if I have an answer to that. It's a good question, Tyler Van. You're stumping me, my friend. Guardians of the Galaxy should have won an Oscar, not Suicide Squad. Well, didn't Suicide Squad win for costume design? Were they the same year? I can't even remember if they were the same year or not. Jumbled in my head. I think Suicide Squad was actually 2016. But yeah, I mean, I don't mind costume design for Suicide Squad. I don't like the movie, but I don't mind costume design at all. What is your favorite John Wick movie minus the third? Minus the third. I love the third. I love the first. I'm a big fan of the second. So I would go 3-1-2. That's my ranking. Can't wait to see The Devil All the Time when it hits Netflix. Yeah, Wednesday. I should be watching it for you guys tomorrow morning and bringing you a review. I'm really excited. Let's see. What are some of the best film openings? Well, I look at a director like Christopher Nolan. I see, my gosh, just recently Tenet. I thought Tenet's opening was stellar, man. Absolutely stellar. I loved it. But all time, I mean, you got to look at movies like Back to the Future, the music. You look at a movie like Empire Strikes Back. You look at a movie like The Dark Knight. Well, again, Nolan. It's easy to say Nolan. Man, there's so many good movie openings. The Godfather. Whew, so many great openings, guys. Do you think The Batman will be as good as The Dark Knight? Where is she? I mean, Dark Knight's one of my favorite movies of all time, so I don't know. I don't think it will be as good as The Dark Knight, but if it is, you're talking 2021 is going to be one of the best movie years in history. Oh yeah, Suicide Squad won for makeup. So yeah, I see makeup and hairstyle. Okay. But yeah, either way, costume, makeup, whatever it was, I think it kind of deserved that because you look at like Harley Quinn and all that stuff. Yeah, okay, I could see that. But if it's winning Best Picture, I ain't gonna agree with that. Let's see. Guys, let's try to. Oh my gosh, we're getting so many horrible questions in the chat. Just like rude. Come on, y'all. Come on, don't be rude. Be nice. Let's keep going. Here we go. Are there times when being overscheduled takes the fun away from watching movies while posting content on YouTube? I mean, I don't want to say it takes the fun away. I still love watching them. It does make me physically exhausted, but I still have fun while doing it. I still have fun watching movies. I have fun making my reviews. I really do. But in terms of kind of exhausting me physically and mentally, yeah, that happens. That happens sometimes. Who is your favorite Avenger? That is Captain America. I'm a massive Cap fan. Love Chris Evans in that role. I thought he was awesome. So I'm looking through this just to keep going. Can you rank the Best Picture nominees for each year of the decade? Not right now. Not right now. I've done the Best Picture winners, though. I've got a video on my channel. If you want to see my Best Picture winners ranked, you can go check that out. But in terms of nominees, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. All right. Christine says, I have a question. Christine, ask away. I'll be on the lookout for your question if it doesn't disappear. Let's see. What is the best sport? Well, I played basketball in high school. I just love football so much right now. I used to be a basketball guy. I'm probably more of a football guy now, but I love both of them. Let's see. He is my least favorite Avenger. Wow, that is shocking. I love Captain America so much. Let's see. Who is no, don't, no. Let's see. Let's keep going, guys. I want to get to some good questions here. Come on now. Any book recommendations? Well, I'll say this. I'm reading Dune. Dune's a tough one. It's really tough. And not that it's too tough, like as in like extremely complex. It's just tough as in like you have to kind of look at the dictionary created for the book itself every couple of pages. It is that complex. So, but I would recommend it, especially for the new movie comes out. I would absolutely recommend Dune as a book and as a movie. Sorry, guys, I'm just looking at some of the questions here. And as a movie, the old one is worth checking out for sure. But I'm not a huge fan of the old Dune film, even though I'm really looking forward to the new one. So Dune is probably my recommendation, but we'll have to see how the movie plays out for sure. Jimmy says, why did you start YouTube and do content like this? Well, the original goal was just to start a YouTube channel in general. But I was actually in college, and I loved movies. I love watching movies. I love television shows. And I said, I want to talk movies. So I started this channel, and I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I want to talk movies. I'm going to hopefully get onto Rotten Tomatoes one of these days. And we're at the point to where I'm feeling pretty good about the channel right now. I'm feeling pretty good about you all who are always asking great questions and whatnot. But I love movies, so I kind of wanted to transfer that over to this channel. And I graduated with a degree in it, so I'm like, well, I got to do something with my degree, so we'll just have to see. Danny says, do you have a dog? Yes, I do. I would get him in here. I don't know. Buddy, I don't know if he's willing to come in here while I'm doing this. He always comes in and sits with me until I start talking, and then he leaves, and I don't blame him. But yeah, you guys, he pops up in my reviews every now and then. What editing software do you use? Final Cut. I have Premiere. Premiere is probably a better software as a whole, but I'm just so used to Final Cut because I've been using it for the past 5+ years. So I do love using this software. Let me see here. Do you concentrate completely on YouTube? I didn't for quite a while, and then I worked for the government for a long time, for about 2.5 years. And I didn't do YouTube full-time, but now, and I do side gigs right now, but YouTube is kind of my full-time gig for the most part, other than some things that I do here. Let me go into the chat real quick. Sorry, guys. I should have brought in a moderator today. Let me see. All right, we're gonna go here and try to get rid of these people who are causing a ruckus and get annoying. All right, okay. We'll see. We'll see how this works out. All right. Boom. Okay, good. Happy, Austin. Austin, are you an Avatar movie? Not The Last Airbender, but Avatar in general, yes. I liked the first one. I didn't love it. I wasn't a massive fan, but we'll just we'll have to see how the 17 new movies turn out. We'll have to see. Which do you prefer, Hereditary or Midsommar? Hereditary. It's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. I think it's fantastic. How old are you? 25 years old. 25, married, all those wonderful things. I wish I was younger. I miss it. Favorite zombie movie? Train to Busan is my favorite zombie movie. I think it's spectacular. I really do. I think I may have missed a super chat from Mike. Mike said, uncanny, cough, cough. Oh, I'm so sorry I missed that, man. I don't know where these super chats keep going. They should be popping up, but I think I need a new software, man. It's missing some of these super chats. Ninja says, movies that everyone else likes that you dislike. I've mentioned it before. I'm not a fan of The Mist. I know. I'm not a fan of The Mist. I'm not a huge fan of the Suspiria remake. I didn't love that movie. I wouldn't say dislike, but I just didn't love it. And then a movie called You're Next. I remember a lot of people loved those films, and I didn't like it. So I don't often go against the grain that hard, but when I do, it's kind of extreme. So sometimes I'm on the other side of the fence, though. Let's see. Favorite video game console? Ooh, good question. Good question. Yeah. I mean, I have an Xbox now, but I've always loved Nintendo systems. I really have. I've always loved Nintendo systems. Whether it's a throwback like the GameCube, obviously 64. I love the Switch, the mechanics on it. So Super Smash Bros, man, that is my jam. I'm a huge Super Smash Bros player. We'll have to see if we ever get another one, but we're getting all those. I play my brother's, by the way. I don't have it personally because I don't have a Switch, but Super Smash Bros. By the way, my brother is one of the greatest Super Smash Bros players I've ever seen. Like, he competes in tournaments and wins tournaments. It's ridiculous. I used to play him and beat him when he was a kid, but now he just beats the living daylights out of me. Who's my main? Let's see. Let me go back to Super Smash Bros. Main. I love Captain Falcon. Sometimes I get Little Mac, but he becomes a little bit annoying. So I like Little Mac, Captain Falcon, Ike. We like Ike. I have been playing a little bit more when I play the new one with Bowser, which is super fun, but I've always been a Captain Falcon, man. He's kind of the OG. Let's see. Okay, we got favorite Ryan Gosling film. Ooh. Blade Runner 2049. In terms of his performance, though, man, that's tough. I think he crushes it in La La Land. La La Land's up there, too. I love La La Land. He's even good in something like The Notebook. I think he's a good actor. I really do. Let's see. Any recommendation for a TV that looks great at home? I normally use a Samsung. Now, my Samsung, a couple of weeks back, it broke. So I don't have a Samsung right now. Now, I think it broke because of my fault, because I didn't have it plugged into the wall, or plugged into a surge protector. And I think the lightning kind of messed it up. So it messed up the whole TV. So that's my fault. But I love Samsung's, a 55-inch with the Samsung surround sound. Sony surround sound's great as well. Dolby surround sound. You can go good with any surround sound, but Samsung is the brand of choice for me. Yoda's moving? I hope Yoda ain't moving, man. Sometimes he moves and it freaks me out. I'm just like, what you doing, Yoda? But look how cute he is. Look at, it's the little baby. It's a little baby Yoda. Oh my God, he's so sweet. I'm gonna set him right here so he can just stare at you. Look at him. Look at that cute Yoda pose. Come on now. Let's see. Your thoughts on It's a Wonderful Life. It's the movie my wife's family has to watch every single Christmas. So I'm very used to it right now. It's a good movie, though. It really is. It's a classic. It's a classic for a reason. A lot of quotable lines, a lot of great characters. So Yoda needs attention and chicken nuggies. Oh, man, I love chicken nuggies. What is it, Sunday? Can't go Chick-fil-A. Always close on Sunday. I was thinking Chick-fil-A, but no. But otherwise, chicken nuggies. Let's see. I like McDonald's. It's kind of classic. I don't know what's in them, but hey, they're pretty good. What's your favorite Coen Brothers movie? Oh, it is No Country for Old Men. Bar none. Absolutely 100% No Country for Old Men. It is an incredible film. I really do love the direction, the style, the look. But, I mean, you can't go wrong with Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? That's kind of like where I come from in Kentucky. It even says in the song, that's kind of like a classic for me. So, did you eat food today? No, I clicked on the wrong one. Who gave the best performance in Marriage Story? Scarlett Johansson. Adam Driver was incredible. But for me, it was Scarlett Johansson. I just thought it was awesome. She was incredible. Did you eat food today? I had some yogurt with some granola crunchies with some blueberries. It's pretty good. Let's see here. What is your opinion on Mindhunter? That and Dark are my two favorite shows on Netflix. Mindhunter has kind of turned into one of my favorite shows of all time. It's incredible. It's truly incredible. Just what Fincher was kind of able to do with that world and build it up in a certain way. I really do love what that kind of show often brings us. And I love, man, it's just tough to decide if I like that or Dark more. It really is, but who knows? Let's see. We have some more good questions here, guys. I'm trying not to miss them. Any favorite Marvel movie? I love Spider-Verse. I mean, that's the one that's been on my brain as of late. I love Endgame. I love Winter Soldier. Those are kind of all of my favorite Marvel ones. Ever thought of doing a watch along with chat? Yeah, I have. I have. I've considered it multiple times. Now, we've done some watch alongs, some Netflix parties on my Patreon page, where we've kind of got what's the movies that we've done so far? We did Social Network. We're planning on doing, it's going to be a long one. We're planning on doing The Irishman. I wanted to do a Chadwick Boseman film as a watch along. So we do those on Patreon all the time. But in terms of on YouTube, I don't know. If you guys are interested, though, in something like that, let me know. Jason says, favorite Leonardo DiCaprio film? I would have to say Inception is my favorite film, but performance-wise, I'd have to go Wolf of Wall Street. So Inception, my favorite movie. Wolf of Wall Street, favorite performance. I just think he's bonkers in that movie, but in such a good way. I thought he should have won that year. Ryan says, any movies would like to see remade? Ooh. Tell you what, Ryan. I love, and look, this is of its time, huge fan base, right? People love this film, and a lot of people will not like this. Flash Gordon. I want to see that remake. And I believe it was the director of, and I think they may have left the project. I don't know anymore. What was the J.J. Abrams produced movie a couple years ago with the Nazi zombies? What was that called? If you guys can help me out in the chat room. That director was supposed to take on Flash Gordon, a remake of it. And if that is the case, I'm all for it. Overlord. That's it. Let me see if you guys are saying that. Yeah, Overlord. Yes. So Overlord. Thank you, Robert, for that. And Knight Rider and Chaos Kills. I appreciate that. So I believe that director was supposed to take over Flash Gordon. And I love that. It'd be fun, man. Bring it into modern day, have that super kind of futuristic sci-fi thing, maybe keep the cheesy elements or just go a completely different route. Either way, I think Flash Gordon is kind of primed for a remake. And we have some people saying Flash Gordon would be awesome. Remake of Flash would be fun. What would you all like to see in terms of a remake? Let's see. Yes, I appreciate you guys for helping me out with that. And I'm waiting for you all to give some recommendations for remakes. Let's see. Oh, real quick, though. Are you excited for the Chicago 7 trailer coming today? Yes. I'm so pumped for that movie. Netflix next month. Sorkin directing, writing. I am so excited to see what that brings us and to see if it's a major Oscar player. Because again, I think this could be a Netflix kind of year in terms of the Oscars. And if this movie and Mank, if they both do their job, I think these could be two of the top contenders for an Oscar. So Angel says, super chat, check. Yes. Oh gosh. Junkie XL music for the Snyder Cut sounds epic. It does. It really does. I listened to that video this morning on my Twitter timeline, and I'm so freaking excited. For that score. Now, I didn't actually hate the score for Justice League. I really didn't. But I really, really liked that. Let's see. Come on, guys. Come on, y'all. I don't know I still don't know what this is. I would appreciate it if we wouldn't spam the chat. That'd be awesome. It just makes it harder on me. Cole says, I'm new. Hi, Cole. Hey, Cole. It's nice to see you. Your most unexpected, shocking plot twist in movies. I mean, we could go easy. We could go, I see dead people, all these things. I want to go more difficult than that. Gosh. I could say recently, and I won't say when or how. If you haven't seen the movie, I could say Uncut Gems. That shocked me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I could not believe that was the case. Yeah, the ending of The Prestige. My goodness, that's a great one. Orland's Opinion says 7. Yes. Prestige twist. So yeah, Prestige is a great call. It's a great call, guys. Oh, Parasite. Oh, absolutely. The Turn. I like to call it The Turn, Parasite. That was a great one. Let's see. Okay, here we go. I really like sci-fi shows and movies. Can you give a few suggestions? I really liked, obviously you got Dark and things like that. Man, I want to go more obscure than that because that's kind of easy. Dark is an easy suggestion. Interstellar is easy. I didn't hate the Brad Pitt film last year. Let's see. What I'm trying to go even more obscure than that. I would even go like Doctor Sleep, even though it's more horror. It is kind of like a sci-fi-ish fantasy type deal. I can't give you any recommendation that is completely obscure off the top of my head. Ad Astra, yeah, that's a good one. And all the ones that I want to give you are too obvious. So yeah, you can just go classic with like Interstellar. I mean, 2001 if you want to do a throwback, but I want to give you some obscure suggestions. So let me kind of ponder on that. Here's a good one. Team Rainbow says Moon. Yeah, that's great. Firefly, which I haven't seen in quite a while. But from what I remember, it was really, really good. Yeah, Ad Astra was great. Really enjoyed that. We're still talking plot twists, the Prestige plot twists. Everybody's kind of saying Prestige. So yeah, I really like that choice. Here we go. That's a good question. What is your favorite series, Stranger Things or Umbrella Academy? I'm still a Stranger Things kind of guy. Even though it's funny because I didn't watch that growing up, but I feel like I have nostalgia for that. Isn't that weird? I have kind of this nostalgia for Stranger Things. And I love that show. But again, I think Umbrella Academy is great. If you've seen my review for both seasons, you know how much I love that show. So it's a really difficult decision, but I barely have to go with Stranger Things. All right. Arnold or a Sylvester? Man, I've just always been an Arnold fan. I think actually Sylvester may be a better actor, to be honest with you. I think he's a better actor, but Arnold is so good. He has this presence that you don't often see. And he's actually, I think the longer he's went, the more he's become a better actor, which is crazy. I think he has grown as The Rock has, right? As an actor, I think he's worked at it. He's grown. So I'm really, really liking what we're seeing from Arnold, even though right now, the last couple of years, we haven't seen a ton. But that zombie movie with the little girl a couple of years ago, I thought he was really good in that movie, even though I didn't love the film. Yeah, recently, I'm thinking of Ending Things. Had a great plot twist. It absolutely did. Robert says The Boys or Stranger Things. Oh, see, now that's tougher for me, Robert. I think it's just because I'm at the heights. I'm at the height of my love for The Boys. I may have to go The Boys. But we'll see. We'll see. I have finished this season, so I love how the season plays out. Maybe The Boys, but that is very tough. Two of my favorite shows for sure. How old are you? 25. 25. My wife gave me a cake with SpongeBob on it. So 25 here, but not 25 here. Let's see. Do you like Avengers Endgame? Yes, I love it. Huge fan. Absolutely. Let's see. Austin, have you seen Babylon 5? No, I have not. I have not seen Babylon 5, unfortunately. 2001 Space Odyssey, quick opinion. Love it. Took me a bit, though. Took me some time to get there, but I do love it. Bro, what's your favorite movie of all time? That is The Dark Knight. I am not claiming it to be the best movie, but I am claiming it to be my personal favorite, mixing nostalgia, great filmmaking, comic book movies, all of the things that we love, that I love. Let's see, had a good one here. Should I read Dune just to know what's the premise, world building, and characters? I think you should. Now, it's going to spoil things for you, obviously. It will spoil things for you, but I think you should read Dune. I think it's worth it. I'm reading it right now. Absolutely loving it. You like jazz? We got fans of the B movie in the house. Favorite Richard Linklater movie? It is the Before trilogy, bar none. And actually, my favorite film in the Before trilogy is the second one. It is the second one. I love Sunrise, but I think Sunset is my favorite. Midnight's great as well. They're all very good. Let's see. The Boys sucks. I haven't seen The Boys. I have seen The Boys, though. Have you seen Memories of Murder? If yes, should I watch it? No, I don't think I've finished it. I don't think I've watched it, unfortunately. No. I think we actually may have talked about that. No, I haven't watched that one, but I think you should watch it. What is one of your scores that has changed? So you're talking when I give a movie a score for the first time and then I go back and I change it. It's probably, this probably isn't the most, but it's probably Interstellar. I went from about a 7.5 to around a 9 for Interstellar. I've lowered on movies like Roma. I didn't like it as much the second time, but I still think it's great. When I change on a film, I usually don't change from bad to good or good to bad. I usually just kind of up or lower my score, if that makes sense. But I've raised and lowered on multiple movies. I mentioned it earlier, Suspiria as an example. I gave it a pretty higher score the first time, like a 65, 68 or something like that, but I've since lowered. So yeah, a bit of a back and forth, but if you're planning or if you'd like to be a movie critic, don't ever think you can't change your score. You can. You absolutely can. And I put my scores on Rotten Tomatoes so people see what I give it. But I can go back and change my score. It's not a huge deal at all. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's keep going here, guys. You guys got some great questions today, by the way. What is your second, third, fourth, fifth favorite movies of all time? I don't want to answer that just yet. One, because that's really hard to come up with off the top of my head. And two, if you're new to the channel, my friend, you can check out, I did a favorite movies of all time video. Just type that in, favorite movies of all time, Austin Burke. You'll find my top 30 as a whole. Dune is definitely serious. Yeah, absolutely. Are you excited for the A24 film Saint Maud? Yes. Maybe not as much as The Green Knight, but I'm really looking forward to it. We're talking about scores changing. Joker was my 10 out of 10. Now it's an 8.5 or a 9. Interesting. I didn't really change on Joker. I kept it pretty consistently a 9, but I loved it. First time, second time, third time. Huge fan of that movie for sure. Favorite heist movie? I gotta go Ocean's 11. Yeah, it's hard not to go with the Ocean's franchise. Hard not to go with Mission Impossible, that franchise. A lot of great heists in that film. I'm gonna go obscure. American Animals. American Animals is my favorite heist film. If you haven't seen that movie, Evan Peters, great cast, Barry Coogan. Takes place in my hometown. It's a more simplified film, but it's also a documentary / scripted film. And I had never really seen that combination, something that I've loved that much, right? We've seen it in a movie like Bernie, but that was an awesome heist movie. So if you guys want something to watch, I think it's still on HBO. American Animals, one of my favorite movies of that year. Underrated, absolutely. I think it was 2018. Go check that out. It's awesome, guys. Awesome. Do you have any heist movie recommendations? Here's a good one. Oh, so I guess Hell or High Water is a heist movie. Yeah, that would be one of my favorites as well. We have petition for slow mode in the chat. I don't know how exactly to turn that on, but it is moving pretty fast today. I ain't gonna lie to you. I need to get some moderators in here. We had some crazy people in here today. Jiminator J says, have you watched Vikings? No, I talked about this earlier, my friend. Yoda just fell. Come on, son. It's okay. No, but I've heard great things. So I need to get to it. I keep having people recommend Vikings. Tyler Van says, Austin, I saw on Letterboxd that your Klaus score went up. Yes. I like, that's a good one. I liked Klaus a lot more. Not a lot more, but more the second time. Mike says, movies that would be better as a series. Movies that would be better as a series. Oh, that's tough, man. That's tough. I'll tell you one right off the bat. I think, no, that's a series that would have been better as a movie. Man, that is tough, guys. Oh, off the top of my head, Mike, I don't know. Do you guys have any movies that would be better as series? If you do, I'll get in the chat room right now and just look at them. All right, guys, we do have a little bit of spam going on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We can't be doing that just because it kind of keeps me from being able to see all the questions that I'm getting once or twice instead of 20 times. Let's see. Ready Player One for me. Oh, that's a good one. Mission Impossible. LOL. You're not a Mission Impossible fan, I guess, or are you? Maybe the LOL is not as sarcastic. Let's see. X-Men would work better as a series. I think I agree with you. X-Men. I don't think they'll ever do it. Excuse me. I don't think they'll ever do it. But yeah, I think that would be cool to see that story kind of play out more there for sure. Justice League live act. Well, we're getting that as a series. So yeah, I mean, essentially 4 1-hour parts. Judy, interesting call. What is your favorite movie in series? Well, I've already talked about my favorite movie, The Dark Knight. Series-wise, Breaking Bad is my number one. I don't know, man. The chat's like crazy today, y'all. Like, it's always been normal, but now it's like, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know. We got some spammers today, that's for sure. Let's see. Movie Files. What's up, man? Thoughts on The Old Guard on Netflix would have been better as a series. Also, Project Power. So I actually liked both of those movies, but I agree with you. I think The Old Guard is a great example of something that would have been better as a series. And I do think we'll actually get Project Power. I think we'll get more movies from that, and Old Guard, both of them. But Old Guard especially, yeah, I think that would have worked much, much better as a series. All right, Angel says, favorite 80s comedy. Favorite 80s comedy. Ferris Bueller, bar none, hands down, 100%. Love Ferris Bueller so much, so much. And I love a lot of movies from that time period, for sure. But yeah, that's definitely mine. JPG says The Dark Tower could be. Oh, that's great. Yes. Now, who did I see? Was it Mike Flanagan that said he could take on The Dark Tower? Was it Flanagan? I think it was recently. So much content, extremely disappointing movie. Yeah, I wholeheartedly agree with you, JPG. That is a perfect example of something that could work extremely well as a series. And to get someone like Flanagan, I think that would be perfect because of what he did with Haunting of Hill House and what he's doing with Bly Manor, for sure. Let's see. All right. Let me do a couple more here, guys. Yeah, man. Today's chat is just, it's a little crazy, y'all. Hang on. Let me get there right there. All right. We're going to do that. Yep. Hope I didn't hide the wrong one there. All right. What's up? How y'all doing? Let's see. What is the best PG-13 movie? Oh, man. Well, The Dark Knight is my favorite. But yeah, that's a tough one. Do you think Interstellar needs a second part? Probably not. I think it was pretty good where it left off. Do you think, here's an interesting one. Do you think Hayden Christensen is a bad actor? I actually don't. What was the film where he was actually pretty good in? Gave a really good performance. I can't remember the name of it, but he was good in that. And I just think a lot of it's the dialogue that he had to work with in the prequels. I really do. And it's unfortunate because, the guy didn't get a lot to do after that, and I think he deserves it. The man deserves to get more work. So hashtag Team Hayden Christensen, even though, again, those just aren't my favorite films, but I do love the third one. I think Revenge of the Sith holds a very high place in my heart. Let's keep going, guys. Let's do a couple more here. We're running out of time. We're already an hour and 45 minutes. That is crazy. This has been the fastest. I think it's where I've just been so scrambled. This live stream has went so fast today. My goodness. An intellectual idiot says, have you watched Legion on FX? It's one of the best superhero TV shows. Dan Stevens is really good. I've heard great things about the end of Legion. I loved what I saw. I watched season 1. I thought it was great. I did hear season 2 wasn't as good. But I heard some interesting things about it. So I don't know. Is it worth going back? Let me know if you think it's worth going back to Legion and finishing it. But I really did. I liked what I saw in season 1 for sure. Here we go. Let's see. Welcome back to the director swap game where we have Denis for Gone Girl, Fincher for Prisoners. Wow. Oh man. I like it because I like this because they're two semi-similar movies in terms of tone. So I think they could both work. I don't hate that call. I love this director swap game, by the way. It's funny. Brady in a Tampa Bay uniform. Hey, I assume you're not a Tampa Bay fan, but it's interesting, man. We'll have to see how it goes this year. I'm curious to see how it plays out. I wish him well, even though I've obviously never rooted for him because I'm a Steelers fan, but I wish him well, man. He's the greatest of all time. Favorite musical movie? Mine is La La Land. Absolutely. Favorite musical? I think it's Hamilton. Favorite musical movie is La La Land, for sure. Favorite? Oh, that was a good one. Fincher for Prisoners would be nerve-wracking. It really would. I had a good one here, guys. I think it may have skipped it. Let me see. Favorite Sandra Bullock film? I like this. So, all right, let me pull up her IMDb here. Sandra Bullock, IMDb. All right, let's see. Man, I mean, Gravity's a good choice. I do love, oh my gosh, guys, this is hard. She's so good in Miss Congeniality. Man, I love The Proposal. What is it about The Proposal? Why do I like that so much? I think it's so good as a romantic comedy. Maybe I am more of a fan than others on that movie, but I just think she fits so well. So, but yeah, her best performance is probably Gravity, I would say. Homelander or Butcher? We got a The Boys question. Homelander or Butcher? I think Homelander is just a more fascinating character. I love Butcher. I prefer to see Butcher on screen, but every time I see Homelander, I'm scared to death. So the dude is such a well-written character. It is what we expected to see from Superman in Injustice, just terrorizing people. So, oh yeah, thank you guys for being respectful in the chat, by the way. Thank you. I appreciate that big time. Ruby Tuesday says, hey, what's up, man? Guy Ritchie directs King Kong and Peter Jackson Lockstock. Whoa, Peter Jackson Lockstock. That's interesting. I don't hate that guy. Oof, man. That's a tough one. Because Guy Ritchie's got a distinct style that works so well. But, man, I would prefer Guy Ritchie with King Kong. But both of those, man, that is a tough one for sure. Waititi and Glorious Bastards, Tarantino, JoJo. I would actually go Waititi's and Glorious Bastards as the one that I would choose there. But both of those are interesting. But they're both just like, they're two different ends of the spectrum. Let's see, guys. I'm trying to keep going. Oh, come on, guys. Come on, y'all. Be nice. All right. To each other. Your thoughts of King of Comedy. I love it. I don't think at this point it's underrated. It is my most underrated movie from Scorsese. Even though a lot of people have come around on it, and it's probably not as underrated anymore, but I love this film. I almost loved it as much as Taxi Driver the first time I watched it. I just think it's spectacular. I really do. Oh, here we go. I just said we share a lot of the same all-time favorites. That's awesome. Respect, bro. I think you'll be much bigger. I hope so. Thank you so much, my friend. Thanks for answering my questions. Yeah, that's the thing, guys. This chat moves so quick, especially when you get a lot of spam in the chat. It's hard to get through all the questions, but I'm trying, guys. I really do. I want to hit as many of these as possible. And that's kind of one of the reasons I like doing this every week, because I get so many questions that I miss. And so I want you guys to keep coming back, and I want to keep getting to these questions. And that way we can kind of like keep it on focus, on point, and things like that. Movie Files says, by the way, Movie Files, up and comer. Be on the lookout for Movie Files on YouTube. Thoughts on Dune, Wonder Woman 1984. Now, we did mention this earlier, my friend, but do you think they'll come out this year? I don't think Dune comes this year. I think Wonder Woman does. I think it sticks, December 25th. I don't think we get Dune, man. And that is really unfortunate, but I don't think we get Dune. I got to go change that letterbox list. Man. Top 3 ScarJo roles. Man, I think her voice work in her is fantastic. But I've got to go Lost in Translation. These are in no order. Lost in Translation, Marriage Story. Maybe Jojo Rabbit? Maybe she did give 2 of the best performances of her career last year. That is insane. That is so insane. But 2 very, very incredible roles last year, and then 1 in Lost in Translation that I just think she's awesome in. Wolf, King Kong Bomb says, I subbed you. Thank you, Wolf. It's nice to see some new people on the channel. Just so you guys know what you're in for. Doing reviews, and I'm sorry I'm red. It is hot in this room. My fan's not working. I'm breaking a sweat, trying not to. I said we go for a few more minutes, and then we've overstayed our welcome. But I do movie reviews and talk Netflix and streaming on YouTube. But we also do lists. We do really fun tier lists. I try to do a few news videos that I'm interested in every now and then. Have a podcast or 3C Films. So check out all of those things if you'd like. And if you want to drop this specific video, this live stream, if you've had a good time, if you've got some questions answered, if you want to drop it a thumbs up, we're trying to grow the channel. And the more of those that we get, the quicker we get to 75K, because that's how the YouTube algorithm works. So we're trying to play that game, man. But I really do appreciate you guys stopping by. And even if it was just for 5 minutes today, it means a ton. It really does. And I love Sundays because of you all, not just because of football, because of you all. I really do. Let's see. I something. Baby Yoda high five. Come on now. Whoever subs gets a Baby Yoda high five. Let's go. Come on now. Let Mike. Yeah, what's up? What's up, man? Let's go. Let's go. Let's see. Hey, Gage. Hey, come on now. We got Baby Yodes. Baby Yodes with the high fives. Let's go. Cooper's Adventure says, do you have any pets? Yes. And I'm trying to get him in here. Every time I start talking to the camera, he leaves. Like he'll sit next to me while I'm editing, and then I start talking. It's like he gets nervous for me. So he won't stay in here with me. But yes, his name is Buddy. Let me see if I can pull up a sweet picture of my dog, because I know that's what you guys came for. You came for dog pictures. You didn't come for movie talk. Oh, here he is. Look at him. Look at the sweetness. Oh, it's my dog. Look at him. His big eyes. He is 10 years old. So we're gonna keep him as healthy as possible. I could not fathom losing this. I mean, just the best dog you could possibly ask for. I mean, I love him so much. I really do. Let's see. Favorite Pixar Disney movie. By the way, I subbed. I knew I'm young. Baby Yoda. Come on now. Pixar. It is The Incredibles, the first one. Disney. It is The Lion King. Those are my two favorites in those. That is so cute. Do you have like friends? Listen, man, when you got a YouTube channel, you just kind of got to block all that out. I do have some friends, though, that live in town that don't like movies as much as me. So whenever we hang out, I probably annoy them, but they're really good friends, man. I got some. And I guess my wife is my friend, right? That's how that works. She's my wife. She's also my friend. So, yeah, she counts. Cute. Oh, that's my dog, Buddy. It's easy, thick. Cooper's Adventures. Also, I saw, yeah, what's up, man? How you doing? Buddy. Yeah, I love Buddy so much. My goodness. That's my best friend right there, y'all. Let's see. Are you excited for Babylon? Damien Chazelle, Emma Stone, Brad Pitt, Tobey Maguire. Wait. Tobey Maguire's in that movie? Orland's wait, seriously? I didn't know that. Is he a producer or is he actually in the film? Emma Stone, Brad Pitt. Really? Okay. Come on, y'all. That could be huge. That's awesome. A nice little revival for his career. I've been a big Tobey guy for quite some time, so that's awesome. That's really awesome. Hey, I love Lion King. Yeah, man, I love Lion King so much. I subscribed weeks ago. Hey, thank you so much. Let's see. 1 year and 12 days since I subscribed. Wow. You keeping track of that, man. Let's see. Let me keep going through these guys. I'm going to try to hit a couple more before we leave today. Let's see. Thank you so much. Subscribed a year ago. Wow. Year. I am so sorry for the past 365 days. Austin, you've inspired me so much. I finally uploaded my first movie review. Shank, you better link me to that, man. So when this video is processed, get in the comments, not the live chat, the comments, and link it. Now, YouTube may see that as spam. I'll unmark it. I'll be on the lookout, man. I'm so excited for you, man. That is awesome. That is awesome. Oh, I have a pit bull, sweetest girl. Hey, listen, my dog's cuter than your dog's cuter than my dog. Listen, I love dogs. I love dogs. I'm subscribed to a Boston Terrier page on Facebook. So I'm so sorry. Cooper's Adventure says, I've subbed today. I'm happy I did. I'm happy you did too, Cooper. I love Baby Yoda is happy. I subbed a while ago. Let's see. Let's keep going, guys. I want to get a couple more really good questions. Question. Austin, go get a puppy. Well, wait, listen, I would, but he does not like other dogs. He loves people. He does not. I think he may have been roughed up a little bit at his old home because we got him from the animal shelter. So he's a little skittish and then he gets defensive. So I would get a puppy. He's pretty good around my family-in-law's dog now. Took a little bit, but man, I would like to get another dog because I love dogs. Let's see. Thoughts on Lion? Yes, I loved Lion. I love Lion. One of my favorite movies of that year. Not talked about enough for sure. I think that director is incredible. What's your favorite actor or actress? Just trying to hit these guys before we go. Gyllenhaal, Scarlett Johansson, probably my two favorites right now. Favorite Call of Duty game, Modern Warfare 2. Classic OG. I remember going to my friend's house and playing that in high school. It was incredible. Please read. Do you do gaming? Do you do not as much now just due to time? But you suck at Fortnite. I have never played Fortnite. I've never had interest in Fortnite. I've never played. I just like, I don't know. I just never played. Please answer mine. What was the question? I'm sorry. I'm trying to find it, man. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. These lit guys, I'm telling you, they go fast, man. They go fast. Let's see. When is the Trial for Chicago 7 trailer coming? It's supposed to come later today, I would assume. If not noon, which we've already passed, I would assume around 4. But we'll just have to see. Best boss. Oh my gosh. Ron Swanson or Michael Scott? Ron Swanson or Michael Scott? It's tough, man. I think Ron's action. Oh man, but Michael Scott, he just loves his workers. He loves his workers so much. But Ron, I'd say the better boss is probably Michael Scott, because Ron, he doesn't really give a rip. But they're tough when you compare, because they're both so good, and I think they're both two of the best parts of those particular shows, and they're two of my favorite shows of all time. Let's see. Subscribe. PewDiePie. I watch a little bit of PewDiePie every now and then. Answer me, Wolf. Man, questions are flying at me, bro. I'm trying. So your question's probably already gone. Just ask again, not in a spammy manner, but I'll try to get to it. Let's see. Please answer mine. What is your favorite food? Steak. But I do love seafood pasta. Shrimp Alfredo. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Thermonuclear with the super chat. Now, this one will stay on screen for a long time. Thank you so much, man. Have you seen the game Last of Us? The game director Neil Druckmann is planning on making a movie for the game. Wait, what? Is Hugh Jackman, Macy Williams, and Caitlin Dever directed by Bruce? Wait, is this a thing? Have you seen the game? Director Neil is planning on making a movie for the game. Cast. So now, I don't know anything about this. If this is a thing, so I've not heard this. That's an awesome cast, though. Hugh Jackman, Macy Williams, Caitlin Dever. Oh my goodness! If you're just fan casting right now, you just destroyed. I mean, that is awesome. I think Jackman would crush in that role. But man, I have not heard of this. I've not heard of this. Thermonuclear. If this is a thing, if you have any links, I know they've got the HBO show. But that is awesome casting. My goodness, Hugh Jackman. I've seen a lot of The Last of Us, the cutscenes. I've played a little bit of the game, not the entire game, just because, again, I really have time to play a lot of games. But what I've seen is great. And I know the new one, it got some divisiveness in terms of the fan base, but I haven't played it, so I can't really talk about it. 2 hours, here we go. I said an hour and 30 minutes. Look at me. You guys just ask too good. You ask too many good questions. That's the problem. Quit being so good at what you're doing. Fardine says, suggest some hardcore action movies. Well, John Wick, if you've never seen John Wick. The Raids, if you've never seen The Raids, I think The Raid is the absolute perfect series to watch for action films. Obviously, like your diehards, I just love. Hang on, guys. We got some. Come on, y'all. Don't be spamming. I'm gonna have to get a moderator next time. Mike Rowland says, Austin 365 days has been my continued watching a list for weeks and won't go away. I refuse to finish it, and I blame you. Yeah, it's not good, Mike. There may be some fans in here, but it's not good, my friend. Let's see. To those that are saying, please answer me, I'm sorry, guys. You got to ask the question again if I didn't answer you, because they are gone. These chats move so quick. Let's see. What is your favorite Kaufman film? Be awesome if you could do a tier list. I know, I think I missed the boat on that one, Andre, but got to be Eternal Sunshine. Not directing, obviously, writing, but it's got to be Eternal Sunshine. It's so good. Thermonuclear, send me that link, man. That's interesting. Yeah, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, one of my favorite movies of all times. Let's see. I know I keep saying we're almost done, guys. Let's do a couple more. I'm trying to hit those questions that people said I missed. All right, I'm gonna have to do it, guys. I'm sorry. All right. Let me just before we go. All right, there we go. And then let's do one more really good question after the super chat, guys. So Austin, remember to watch. Please. Yes, I added it to my Letterboxd watch list while I was watching. Let's do one more question, guys. Barring a super chat, let's do one more question. I will say, even though we did have some crazy spammers today, okay, you guys asked some of the best questions. Literally, some of the best questions I've had, and I've been doing these live streams for 2 months. Some of the best questions I've had. So appreciate you guys for continuing to ask incredible stuff, to pitch some great stuff, some director swaps. I really do appreciate everyone who was trying and getting some good questions in. Again, if I missed you today, I really do apologize. Again, the program that I use, so we've got the normal YouTube program, just a little behind the scenes, and then we've got my my streaming program, which I use to see all of the chats. The thing is, the streaming program sends about 20 at a time. So when those 20 come in, the 20 before that are gone. So I don't see them anymore. And the beauty of a super chat is most of the time, sometimes they go away too, but most of the time they stay on screen for a longer period of time. Just like thermonuclears is still on screen, like I'm looking at it right now. So that's the reason I'm not skipping anyone on purpose, unless you're saying stupid stuff. In that case, I'm skipping you, but I'm not skipping anyone on purpose. And I appreciate all of the awesome questions today. Cody says, no sweat. You're all good. You answered 5 questions of mine, 2 live stream ago. Hey, that's awesome, man. And that's the thing too, is I normally, not that I don't look at your all's names, but it's moving so quick. I'm trying to just get to the question and then move on to the next and get to the question. So I apologize again if I'm missing y'all's questions. That is not my intentions at all. Again, unless you're being stupid, then I ain't gonna do it. All right, let's see. Let's do one more. Let's do one more, guys. I'm going back through all the ones I missed just now while I was talking. Adam Driver's Patterson, heard great things. Haven't seen it. Are you going to watch Angel's Egg? Yes. Yeah. I don't know if I'll do a YouTube review, but 100% going to watch it and log on Letterboxd. Have you watched The Devil All the Time yet? Tomorrow morning. And then what is one movie which left you most unsettling? Hereditary. Absolutely. Not necessarily jump scared, but Hereditary. It left me very, very unsettled. Best Iron Man suit from You Are a Sock. Man, I actually love the nano suit, but I have to go his first. Let's go. Let's go. My friend's here. He's screaming. Do you hear him screaming through the window? Are you there, Sam? He's here to watch football with me. I hear him screaming at me. So I'm going to have to go, y'all. That's why I was going to cut this off at 1. Please tell me you heard him just now, by the way. Let's see. Let's do last one before we go, guys. Let's do, I'm trying to pick the ultimate question, guys. All right, let's see. Thanks for answering my questions. You guys are welcome. And again, sorry. I'm so sorry I missed you if you had all right, since this one is in all caps, what is a film in color that you would want to watch in black and white? Mine for me is Prisoners. That's a good one. Not La La Land, because I think that would take away the beauty of the movie. Let's go. He's outside right now. He's screaming at me. And now my dog's freaking out. Buddy, it's okay. It's chaos. It's chaotic. Listen, I couldn't have this any other way. I got to give a good. Let's go Lord of the Rings. Let's give us a good black and white Lord of the Rings. And then Mike says, scream like a velociraptor. I'm so sorry. I think he came in. Is somebody there? He's at the door. All right, y'all. I appreciate all of y'all. I appreciate all of the super chats. Cam M says, order some lunch for you and the wife. Buddy, do y'all hear my dog right now? This is crazy. Y'all, this is chaos. This is panic. Buddy, it's okay. It's going to be all right. Y'all, this is hilarious. I appreciate you guys big time. My friend's at the door. He's having a panic attack. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. All right, y'all. I appreciate you guys. Cam M with the super chat. Hey, man, we're going to get some lunch. I need you to recommend, Cam M. What should we eat? I'm going to play you guys off. Be sure to leave your goodbyes. Appreciate it big time. It is chaos. See y'all.